Looks like UPN is coming to ABC.
Coming to paperback and e-readers this April, ISIS: Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door must take on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS: Revenge of the Cyber Goddess in paperback and e-readers this April.
It looks like UPN is coming to ABC in the hip-hop drama known as Queens. Now, this drama is supposed to feature the R&B star Brandy, who starred in the 1990s UPN sitcom Moesha, and rapper Eve, who starred in the 2000s UPN sitcom Eve, along with Naughty Naughton in an hour-long pilot that's supposed to be featured on ABC. However, as I read the premise for this Queens, it really again reminds me a lot of the shows I used to watch on UPN back in the late 90s. And it seems like as I'm reading this premise about this group where Brandy is supposed to be playing Naomi, who 20 years ago was better known as Explicit Lyrics, who was the supposed to be highly skilled musical engine of the rap group Nasty Bees. She was supposed to be this woman who was supposed to go on to have a mainstream career after the group ended, but she has not gotten that whole success because she's now singing and playing her guitar in crappy dive bars where all people want her to be is Explicit Lyrics, her raunchy old persona. And when the group starts to get back together, Naomi is reunited with the only man she ever loved and the rival bandmate who stole that man from her. But what Naomi wants is to build a relationship with a daughter she was never really there for, but she doesn't know how. Now, when I read this premise that was presented on Deadline as related to this Queen's show, this is something that seems like it would come straight out of the later part of UPN in the early 2000s, like the Old Girlfriends show and that show The Game. And most people who remember those shows and the later part of Moesha know that you didn't really get much laughs out of that kind of show. Usually you got mostly soap opera style drama, and it looks like from this premise we are going to be in for a lot of soap opera ghetto drama, because when I look at this premise where you have this group of rappers calling themselves the Nasty Bees, these are women who were presenting a ratchet image to the world, and now it seems like they're reaping what they sowing in their 40s, where they're going from Nasty Bees to busted bust downs, and now they're dealing with the consequences and ramifications as related to the negative images they presented of black women. And as they're dealing with the consequences and ramifications of the negative images they presented about black women, they're going out here having to deal with a whole bunch of drama because people want her to just continue on playing her old stereotype. And it looks like she's just trying to move her life forward, but she can't move her life forward because in a white supremacist society, when you start to breathe life into an old stereotype, what people do is want you to continue playing that role. And this is what has led to the typecasting, again, of this Explicit Lyrics, and probably what led to her never being able to mainstream herself. She probably thought, oh, I could mainstream myself by going out here and degrading the black female image, but the white supremacist only wants to see that stereotype. And when this group tries to get back together, and it looks like this is a play on what happened with Moesha and Q, we've got the only man she ever loved and the rival bandmate. So we've got some foundation for some ghetto drama here. And then we've also got some more ghetto drama with the daughter who was never really there for her. So when I take a look at this premise of this show Queens, it's really throwing up a middle finger at your American black woman and presenting her in the image of being a ratchet, presenting her in the image of a hood rat, and making a mockery of the black woman. But this is presented as entertainment, and this is something, again, that would probably have been fitting on UPN's schedule, but ABC decided to pick up this pilot because they're practically desperate, because many of these TV networks now, they are struggling just like UPN did back in the day, and now they're looking to go out here and try to find a way to capitalize on that black audience, because the white audience is now going out here and they're waiting to watch the next streaming show like a WandaVision or a Mandalorian, and they have no real interest in watching television anymore, or they're going out here watching YouTubers going out here building and creating channels with far more compelling content. So when I look at this premise, it looks like an attempt to try to capitalize on the nostalgia of the 90s and get all of those people who used to watch UPN back in the day to take a look at ABC and this updated series, which is basically breathing brand new life into old stereotypes about black women being hood rats, black women promoting the hood rat image in hip hop. And it looks like this whole series, again, is a nostalgia grab that shows us, again, the dark period as related to rap groups like B's with attitude and H's with problems. I will not name those names because this is a family channel and we try to keep content PG unless I really get mad. But this whole premise is something trying to make a commentary on those types of groups that came along trying to present the idea that women are H's and B's, and now they're dealing with the dark karma of having to perpetuate those images, because now these women are older, now these women are out of touch, now these women are bitter and miserable, and these women are single. So we're getting a whole picture of these black women who are called queens, and what this series is presenting the whole idea of a black woman as a QUEAN, a mockery of a queen. And it's supposed to be, again, a 1-hour drama where Brandy and Eve and all of these other people are going to try to be singing, but most people aren't going to really be there for the singing. They're going to be there for the ghetto drama, the weave snatching, the eye rolling. This is just, again, another minstrel show repackaged for black people to watch, but the network really, again, is doing what's par for the course, because this is the same network that gave us Blackish, which features a scared brother who feels scared of his own success. And this series is like Scandal, out to degrade the black female image and make mockery of the black female image, and again shows the desperation of ABC and many of these networks to go after that black audience to rebuild their platform, because the white audience no longer watches television. So now they're going to go the UPN route on ABC, and that really again shows how far the network has fallen, and it shows how poor quality their content has dropped. I mean, ABC went from being the network that used to run Roseanne and Home Improvement and TGIF to now running UPN leftovers like this Queens, and that just shows you how tarnished the crown is on ABC as a television network. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct publications that feature positive images of black women, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the Spinsterella trilogy, the Thetas, and the Recipe for Success, you can find all of those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.